I always thought I knew my wife. I believed in our marriage, in the promises we had made, and in the life we were building together. For years, I trusted her completely. I never imagined that behind my back, she was living a completely different life, one filled with lies, deception, and betrayal. It started with small things. Late nights at work, sudden trips she couldn't explain, and text messages she would hide when I picked up my phone. At first, I tried to brush it off. I told myself I was being paranoid, that maybe I just didn't understand the stress she was under. But deep down, a tiny voice kept nagging me, whispering that something wasn't right. One evening, the doubt became impossible to ignore. I noticed she had been extra secretive with her phone. Her face would light up whenever she got a message, but the instant I asked who it was, she'd quickly change the subject. My gut told me I had to dig deeper. I wasn't proud of what I did next, but I couldn't stop myself. I needed to know the truth. What I found shattered every illusion I had about our life together. Texts, photos, and conversations revealed a pattern that left me speechless. She was cheating again and again. Every excuse she had given, every night she claimed she was tired from work or out with friends, was a lie. She had been seeing someone else for months, sneaking around without any hint of guilt, thinking I would never discover it. I felt a mix of anger, betrayal, and disbelief. How could she think I wouldn't notice? How could she think she could play this game forever? But even in my rage, a part of me wanted to understand why. Why would someone I trusted with everything choose to destroy it? I started piecing together her schedule, retracing her steps, and trying to see the patterns. The more I uncovered, the clearer it became. Every weekend getaway, every late night, every little excuse had been carefully crafted to hide her infidelity. She thought she was clever. She thought she was untouchable. But she underestimated me. I didn't confront her immediately. I wanted to gather everything, to have proof, to make sure there was no room for denial. I documented messages, saved photos, and even secretly recorded a few conversations. By the time I was ready to face her, I had undeniable evidence. The confrontation was nothing like the arguments I had imagined. She walked into the room, expecting perhaps a minor discussion, thinking I might accuse her of something minor and then move on. I didn't give her that chance. I laid everything out in front of her, the messages, the dates, the photos. I watched as her confident facade crumbled piece by piece. Her eyes widened, her lips trembled, and for the first time in years, I saw fear. She realized that her games were over. I spoke calmly, but every word carried the weight of years of betrayal. I told her that I knew about everything, about every lie, every secret encounter, every moment she thought I wouldn't notice. She tried to explain. She tried to make excuses, blaming stress, loneliness, and whatever else came to mind. But her words sounded hollow. I had seen the pattern too clearly, felt the deception too deeply, and the trust that once existed was gone forever. I won't lie, part of me wanted revenge. Part of me wanted her to feel the same pain she had caused me. But I knew that sinking to that level wouldn't heal anything. Instead, I focused on reclaiming my life, on protecting myself from the endless cycle of betrayal she had trapped me in. I told her it was over. I packed up the parts of my life that I could salvage and began to separate myself from the person I had once loved and trusted. She begged, pleaded, and cried, but the truth was clear. She had made her choice, and now she had to live with it. In the days and weeks that followed, I reflected on everything. I realized that her cheating was not just about her. It revealed weaknesses in the way I had allowed myself to trust blindly, to ignore the little warning signs, to give someone so much control over my happiness. I became stronger, more vigilant, and more aware of the value of trust and honesty in any relationship. She reached out several times after we split, trying to manipulate and guilt me, but I didn't respond. Every message, every call, only reminded me of the pain she had caused. I learned that forgiving doesn't always mean reconciliation, and loving doesn't always mean staying. Today, I am free. Free from lies, free from betrayal, and free from the illusion that love alone can protect you from someone else's selfishness. I rebuilt my life, focusing on myself, my goals, and the people who truly care about me. And I carry with me a lesson that I will never forget: no one is untouchable, and no secret lasts forever. She cheated again and again, thinking I would never find out. She thought her actions had no consequences. But in the end, her mistake cost her everything. And as for me, I survived, stronger than ever, and with a clear understanding that trust, once broken, can never be taken for granted again. Looking back, it wasn't just about her betrayal, it was about my awakening. I learned the importance of paying attention, of questioning the subtle signs, and of valuing myself enough to walk away from someone who continually chooses deceit over honesty. Her choices revealed who she truly was, and in losing her, I found myself.